Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. I think I'm the only one to speak English, so hope that not a big problem for you, and I will keep this short. Last but important, I will first talk about the trend of the solar industry, because it has been developing for a long time since I started the solar. First thing, that solar is a new trend for the renewable energy. Since in 2015, that more than 197 countries signed the agreement to have a temperature control, and all China, Spain, and Euro and India that set up the renewable goals for the market. And we can see that the solar has increased every year and has kept a very stable increasement rate that's every year. And we can see other energy like fossil, like wind, like biomass, also has the rate, but fossil is decreased every year. And we can see that another trend is great parity, that the solar electricity price is even lower and lower. In the last, I think this month or last month, that in Dubai, that the new 900 megawatt tendering, that the price for the FIT is 1.69 cents. So this is extremely low, that's even lower than some of the fossil cost. And we can see that in some countries like Spain, that has reversed the bidding, and the price even gets low. And we can see that the Greek market also has the similar policy, that the tariff fee is dropping since last year. And this year, the tariff fee is around 5.4 cents. And we can see that this can be a trend. That's great parity. And we can see that this, we call it the N curve, that for the country with the subsidy, that the project, the installation capacity is increased. But when the subsidy cut, then the market drop, the installation capacity decreased. But again, that once you can see a lot of country that with a very good solar resource, and also because of the cost of the solar decreased every year. We can see that a lot of market that's also booming, like Spain, like Greece market also. And on the right, you can see in the 2009, lots of tariff fee support for many countries. So the installation for the Euro home market is increased. But once the tariff fee drop, the installation capacity also drop. But we can see now the market also again booming since 2016 because of the cost, and also because of some of the tariff fee comes out again. So we can see that we forecast that because of the low cost for the solar now, so the market will increase the stable every year. And we can see another trend that we have mentioned, the bifacial modules is also another trend. It's quite popular for some of the countries, even in China, that in last year there is China tendering, that 53% of the projects are using bifacial modules. So these bifacial modules actually is additional benefits for the market, which can increase the generations to use the backside of energy and increase the generation. Depends on the different albedo of the ground. That for grass to the white painting range from 5% to 39%. So this, we can see this is also in the future is a very popular one. So Huawei's strategy. So actually Huawei, we since 2015, we are the #1 inverter shipment in the world, continues for the 4 years. And we have support many of the projects in the world. Like Indian, we can see Indian's solar tariff is also very low, and it's around 3.4 cents per kilowatt hour. And in Saudi Arabia, the Sakaka 300 megawatt, that is around 2.4 cents. So lowers the LCOE is also the one that's very important for the investment. And we can see Sakaka actually for Aqua projects, 900 megawatts, they are continue use Huawei for the next projects. And worldwide in Spain, that we have secured the 1.4 gigawatt in Spain. And this year we will deliver around 700 megawatts. So this Spain market is also low reverse tendering and low FIT market. So we believe that Huawei's solutions are the best solution for the lowest LCOE. For this one, that we are using string inverters. Traditional, most projects will use central inverter, but we believe that string inverter has the best value added for the customers. I will summarize the value that we have more generation, 2% more generation than the traditional central inverters. And we have less operation maintenance cost. The OPEX is almost 50% lower than the central solutions. There's many technologies that we have combined in this box. The bifacial module, that we have a bigger and sufficient current input for the MPPT, so we can accept more power input from the bifacial modules. And we are using the more MPPT, like a 185 kilowatt inverter, we have 9 MPPT. So that can maximize the generation and minimize the mismatch for the projects. And we don't have AC combiner box, and we use the power line carry communication, PLCC. This is allowed you to use the AC cable to transmit the data, and you don't need additional communication cables on the site. So this is for us that for bifacial modules, because Huawei has the more MPPTs, so we can minimize the mismatch for the panels. Because compared to the traditional monofacial modules, that the backside of the light is uneven, and the mismatch is even higher for the bifacial modules. So more MPPT, then it's more energy output. And Huawei has developed the most advanced IV curve scanning technology that remotely that you can use over IV curve scanning and without sending any people onto the site. For 100 megawatt site, only 10 minutes for the scanning for the full report. So you can see that even some shadings, then the IV curve were different from the standard IV curve. And some of the mismatch, some of the glass broken. Even by eyes, you cannot see. But by the IV curve, you can remotely, you can find out these problems. And on the right side, on the left side, you can see actually we have a report to summarize what's the problems from this IV curve. So like a short circuit of the diode fault, panel current abnormal, and also glass broken, and the risk of the PID. So we can summarize like 14 problems on the site for the panels. So actually that means you don't need to send any people on the site, and you can do this remotely and frequently, whenever you want, when the sun is there. And Huawei has the full profile of the inverters from the utility projects, from the commercial and residential. When 185 is the most common use the one that's for the 1,500 volt systems. And we have for commercial from 8 kilowatt to 60 kilowatt. And we have the 4G wireless dongle and smart logger using the PLC technologies. And for residential, we have single phase and 3-phase inverter with our optimizers. And we can do the AFCI, arc fault current interrupter, which is very important to stop the fires on the rooftop. And this, just to summarize now, Huawei has been the #1 since 2015, and also in 2018. One is missing. And we can see on the left side, in 2015, central inverter is 66% is the majority. But in 2017, that's for the string inverter, we are the majority, 52%. And we can see this number is increasing in 2018 and in the following years. So we believe that string inverter is the future for the utility projects and also for the whole world. Okay, thank you.